Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna Feazell, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge television and radio talk show. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 2 p.m. on the Eastern Time Zone, as I get to ride home with you in the afternoon. It's always such a fun ride. Thank you so much again for being with us. You can find us on television. There's abundant television found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast on thenewscasters.com. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications. That's close to Huntsville, Alabama. So glad to be with that as well. Another way you can find us is on the radio, WZLA radio station. They're the biggest country giant in South Carolina. So wonderful to be with them as well. Continue sending an email. It makes my day. Donna at donnasedge.com. Donna at donnasedge.com. So a lot of you want to know about natural products, how to grow your own vegetables, your own fruits, herbs, all those kinds of things, all rolled up into one. And so we're going to really specialize today and talk to you about bee pollen. Okay, we powder it, we love it. I infuse the oils. Actually, it takes several months now to do that to get a quality product. This is bee pollen infused oil. So you can see right here, this is bee pollen. Okay, and then this is olive oil. I use olive oil because it's kind of a light oil. Now you have to shake it, and when you're using it in products like salves and things like that, see that right there is bee pollen. You have to get that and shake it. There you go. Now the longer it stays infused in the oil, the better it is. I'm going to tell you, this is just some really good stuff. It's good for your skin. It's good for everything. We've got a salve. I'm going to show you how I make that in just a couple of minutes, but this is what it looks like. Okay, so this has a lot of really good ingredients to it. I'm going to read it to you because I don't want to miss out on anything. So what I've got in here is, and I made a small batch just to start with so you can see that. 3 ounces of the bee pollen infused oil. You have to filter this oil, okay? So you need a cheesecloth, something really fine, threaded, and so it catches all the bee pollen. And don't throw it away because you can use this and mix it with a little bit of brown sugar and use it as a facial mask, and it just does wonderful things for your skin. So what I have in here is bee pollen infused oil. I have beeswax. Beeswax, if you don't have bees, you can also buy them in pellets. And in those pellets, you're going to find, you can get those through Amazon.com. Make sure, though, that whatever you order online, that it is 100% beeswax. Sometimes you can get something that's mixed with something else in it. If it has a super price to it, check the ingredients just to make sure that it's full 100%. And I would recommend, if you're going to do that, buy the pellets, okay, because it's going to be easier to melt. That's why a lot of people like candles with beeswax, because it's really hard. And so it's kind of hard to melt. So again, that's the reason why a lot of people do candles. You can put shea butter in here. That's another good thing. Frankincense essential oil is really good for you. It has some medicinal qualities to that as well. And also lavender essential oil. You can put that in there. But I really love the frankincense. Now you can put them in little travel tins just like this if you're going to travel. Or if you're like me and you break jars all the time, I like mine in a travel tin. And again, it's just beautiful and it's creamy. And then also, I didn't bring one down here, but I was in the apothecary. But you'll see I also made some chapsticks. And I'm telling you, the chapsticks are just luscious for your lips. You're going to really love those. Let's go ahead and show a video. It's a short one. It's just under 7 minutes. And you'll see how I make the oils and how I make the balms. Hey guys, this is Donna and we're back in the apothecary again. What we're going to do is make some bee pollen salve. And this is called a herbal gardener salve. It's a recipe I came up with a few years ago, and I really do like this. If you're out in the garden or maybe you just work really hard all day, this is a great salve and it's perfect. It's kind of a rustic apothecary style salve, and it's for hard-working gardener hands, elbows, feet, dry skin, whatever you've got, cracked heels, cracked hands. this is wonderful. And even if you don't have those problems, you can still use this salve. It's just a great one. Now it calls for bee pollen olive oil. And it's something that I put together, and I really do like this. Now, the longer it sits in the olive oil and it's being infused, the absolute better it is. And I've had this going on for several months. And so you'll see right here down at the bottom, this is the bee pollen. Now, if you don't have bees, you can always find a beekeeper and see if they'll sell you some of the bee pollen. And sometimes they separate that, and that's what is in here. Now, as you'll see, the oil right here it's kind of sunk down with the bee pollen. But what you do, and I've already sifted through this one right here, see this is clear. So what you'll do is shake it, and then you want to put a filter over it. Use cheesecloth, something like that, for your bee pollen. This is just some really good stuff, and I want to talk to you in a few minutes about it, and then I'll explain. I'm trying to get ahead of myself. Now, what you need, and this is going to be a 16-ounce batch, this is a lot, because we sell a lot of it. So what you need is 12 ounces of the bee pollen infused oil, and that's what we've got right here. And again, it's been sifted through. You don't see any of the bee pollen in this right here, and it's really important that you do that. You also need 3 ounces of beeswax. Now, if you don't have bees, you can always buy bee pellets, and you can find those on Amazon and several different outlets that way. Make sure that it is 100% beeswax, though, and it hasn't been filtered in with something else. Another thing I like to put in this is castor oil. Castor oil is really good for your skin. So I've got 1 ounce of castor oil. Now what I did is I heated this for about 30 seconds in my microwave. Now you can put this on the stove if you'd like, and melt it that way. But I like to do mine in the microwave. That way I feel like I've got a little bit more control over the heat. I don't have to worry about water splattering in here, because if water splatters into your solution here, the shelf life is just not going to be as long. Oil and water doesn't mix. Okay, so this has been melted. I always make a mess. Now the beeswax is good for hardening. You see it's already beginning to harden right now. So I went on ahead and poured the solution. Now I like to use throwaway sticks for mine. I just feel like something gets, I don't know, in the pores of the wood. I don't want to reuse it. I just feel like something can get in it. Now see, it's already beginning to harden. Now before it hardens, what I want to do is add a teaspoon of vitamin E oil, and that's going to help preserve the oil, because see, everything here is all natural. See, we're not using any filler, nothing like that. So that's going to help. Plus the vitamin E is awesome for your skin. You can't go wrong with vitamin E. Okay, let's go ahead and give that a good little stir right there. Okay, and I'm going to toss this to the side. By the way, I never wash this. I always get some of the leftover stuff and I'll put it on my skin. I get the leftover stuff, but I don't mind because it's pure and it's really good for you. Now another thing we're going to use, and I've got to be quick on this, I'm going to use some frankincense oil. Now there's a dipper that comes with this, but again, I like to use these. They're throwaway. They don't cost a whole lot of money. You can get those at Amazon as well. Now I want to put 10 drops of this in here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, put the rest of it in here, and again, I'm throwing away the dropper. I don't want to reuse that. There's a residue of this oil that will get right into that dropper, and it's not going to be as fresh. So, it goes into the trash. Okay, and by the way, this frankincense smells so good. Now, I'm going to do 30 drops of lavender. Lavender is so good for your skin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. Okay, there we go. And we're going to use cedar wood. Cedar wood gives it a really good fragrance as well. So we'll do 20 drops of the cedar wood. If you could just smell my apothecary, it smells so good in here. Okay, again, 20 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, there we go. And if you put a drop or two too much, or, if you don't put enough, that's no big deal. Okay, let's give it a really good stir. Look at the beautiful color. It's just absolutely breathtaking. Now, let's just say I let it go just a little bit too far. All I've got to do is put it back in the microwave for just about 30 seconds, and that'll do what I need it to do. Okay, it'll melt it just a tiny bit. You don't want to get it really hot, and that's the reason the way I do my salves, I don't heat everything. See, you have to get it pretty hot because of the wax pellets. All right, we're ready. We're going ahead and pour this in. I wish you could smell this. It's so wonderful. Okay, there we go, right there. It's a beautiful thing, I'm just telling you. You make your own stuff. Okay, and let's just do another one right there. Now, what I can do, because you see some of this is settled, it started getting hard right here. I'm going to go on ahead and put this in the microwave in just a few minutes. Just about 30 seconds will probably do it. That way you're not wasting anything. I'm not throwing that away. What I'm going to do is put this over my hands and probably some on my face as well. Thank you so much for watching. We'll be talking about the medicinal properties in just a few minutes. So you hang in there with me, okay? Okay, we're back. I want to talk to you just a few minutes before we go into a break about frankincense. And frankincense is so good for your skin. So let's talk about it for a few minutes. And it's been valued for centuries. You remember, the wise men that come and say baby Jesus, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Okay, so I use frankincense and myrrh in a lot of my skincare. So frankincense has been valued again for centuries for herbal traditions and skincare and spiritual practices. It's distilled from the resin of a boswellia tree, and it's distilled and has a warm, earthy, kind of slightly sweet scent that many people associate with calming and healing. A scent that you smell can bring you back. Like, I love apple candles because it reminds me of both my grandmother's apple pies. Apple and cinnamon just brings me to another world. But some of the mostly common discussed medicinal and wellness uses are skin support, and that's what we're doing with this salve right here. Okay, so you've got, and it smells so good. So you've got the beeswax, which is also helpful, and then you've got also the bee pollen, the oil from that, the distilled oil from that, and it's also, let me just tell you how it helps your skin. Okay, calm irritated skin. If you get breakout or anything like that, like if you're under pressure about something, this is going to help with your skin, because your skin is going to be the first thing that shows you're worn out, you're tired. Okay, now reduces the appearance of fine lines. Also supports dry or mature skin. It'll help with the look of scars and uneven tone. A lot of people blend it. Now, don't just put it straight on your face, but a lot of people blend it into face oils. They do salves like I've just done here, creams. A lot of guys use it for beard oils and all kinds of apothecary type balms like we do here. Now, a common delusion, again, don't put it straight on your face. It can be too much for your face. It can cause some breakout. So the aroma is used for a common delusion. Let's do that first. 6 to 12 drops of frankincense oil per 1 ounce of any kind of carrier oil. Okay, and that can be anything. I like to use the olive oil for mine because olive oil is really light to the touch, and I really like the appearance of it as well. So it doesn't just sit on your skin. It's great to use at night. Now, if you're using it in the daytime under your makeup, you can do that as well, depending on your skin type. And if you have oily skin like I do, you'll be shining all day long. So what I like to do is first thing in the morning, wash my face and pat dry my face, okay, so I can get moisture off of it, and then use the essential oil or the oil, the driven oil, like I've done with the olive oil, and put that on my face. Just a few drops, it's going to do it. Be careful around your eyes because oils creep. Okay, they creep up and they can creep into your eyes, and then before you know it, you have watery eyes. You don't want that all day. And then I like to top it with a little bit of my moisturizer that I make as well. Let it dry, let it set. And you can use something like Mary Kay has a mattifier, and that's really good. I've been using it for a long time. So it's a mattifier that you can put on top of your face, let that sun on your face, then go ahead and put your makeup on. And what you're going to see is it does a whole lot more for you. Now, the oils that you can use, and then we'll go into a break. We got to pay for this. So you can use olive oil, jojoba oil, sweet almond, now castor oil blends. Okay, you don't want to use just castor oil because castor oil is a thick oil and it'll just basically sit on your face. So if you use, say, like an olive oil and maybe a sweet almond oil and mix a little bit of castor oil in there, that'll do with it as well. Castor oil, you only need a few drops for that, okay? So anyway, that is the frankincense. We're going to go into a commercial break. We'll come right back in. We'll talk a little bit more about the bees oil.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you.
You know, finding the right home isn't just about bedrooms and square footage. It's about comfort, security, and the feeling you get the moment you walk through the door. That's why so many families across Greenwood and the Lakelands area trust Jenny Ferguson with Keller Williams. And I'll tell you from personal experience, Jenny was my realtor, and she truly cares about her clients. Jenny takes the time to listen, to understand what matters most, and to guide you every step of the way, whether you're buying your first home, upgrading, or ready to sell. Because this isn't just a transaction, it's your life. With local knowledge, personal care, and a commitment to getting it right, Jenny Ferguson makes the process simple and even enjoyable. So if you're thinking about buying or selling, now's the time to make your move. Call Jenny Ferguson with Keller Williams in Greenwood today and take the next step toward a place you'll truly love coming home to. Good afternoon, Sunshine. Medical Minute brought to you by Dr. Chuck with Lakeland's Chiropractic, where an ounce of prevention is worth what? A pound of cure. So what is the Beamer? Okay, now the Beamer uses very gentle pulse to electromagnetic signals. This will stimulate healthy muscles and it supports the temporary blood flow. Now let's talk Beamer and circulation support. Now the Beamer gently supports natural circulation in healthy muscles. Now that's what I call natural health. Thank you so much for watching your Medical Minute, brought to you by Dr. Chuck. You know who he's with. He's with Lakeland's Chiropractic, where an ounce of prevention is worth what? A pound of cure. I hope you have a super duper awesome rest of the afternoon. You take care. Shine your style at Kiss My Glass right here in the Anderson Mall. There's a place where style meets sparkle. At Kiss My Glass, every piece is handcrafted, custom designed, and made to shine just like you. Owner Beth Gibson brings creativity to life with stunning custom tumblers, gifts, and one-of-a-kind pieces you won't find anywhere else. Look for the perfect gift or something uniquely you, from bold and glamorous to simple and elegant. There's something for every style, so stop by, get inspired, and leave with something unforgettable. Kiss My Glass inside the Anderson Mall, Anderson, South Carolina, where your sparkle begins. Be sure to check out Kiss My Glass on Facebook for updates and specials and gift ideas.
I'm excited to announce our Christmas extravaganza is finally here. Get this season's flannel sheets for as low as $59.98. They won't last long, so get them while you can. Our famous My Slippers, they haven't been on sale for over a year. Regularly $119.98, now only $59.98. Our 6-piece towel sets are back in stock with extremely limited quantities, only $29.98. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list. Bathrobes, duvets, quilts, down comforters, and so much more. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to save on all MyPillow products. For example, flannel sheets for as low as $59.98, or our 6-piece towel sets, just $29.98. But that's not all. I'm extending our 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st of 2025. Plus, all orders over $75 or more ship absolutely free.
I love making my own things because I know what's in it. No fibers, no fillers, no nothing like that. It's just pure. Whatever you're looking for. Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the benefits of bee pollen in skincare. Now, I've written a book, or I'm writing a book. As soon as I get through with that book, this is just some excerpts from the book. I'll let you know. And if you want to buy one, that'll be awesome. That'll just kind of help with the cause here to keep the show going on. Bee pollen benefits in skincare. Okay, so bee pollen naturally contains amino acids, proteins, flavonoids, you've heard about that, antioxidants, vitamins, minerals, enzymes, and people use it in skincare because it helps with dry skin. Now, even if you're young, you lay out in the sun all the time, you need to use this, okay? Dry skin, if you have rough skin texture, it helps with that. Environmental skin stress, we got all the stuff in the environment, skin softness, and just overall skin nourishment. Your skin loves you if you use this stuff. I'm just telling you. Oh, and another word about the chapsticks. I use chapsticks as kind of like an eye balm. So what I do is after I've cleansed my skin, day and night, I'll just use the chapstick and just put it under my eyes. Now, again, under your eyes doesn't mean like right in your eye because it's going to get into your eyes and it won't harm you or anything like that. It's just, it makes your eyes really watery. But this is the secret about eye creams, okay, that people don't know. And you start just down in the bottom right here, and it'll crawl up. So don't worry about that. A lot of folks say, well, I'm going to get it right up to my eyelashes. No, don't do that. It will find its way up and it will crawl, okay, to your eyes. Okay, now, got the bee pollen benefits in skincare. Then you also have olive oil benefits to skincare. Okay, vitamin E, you're looking at that. And I did add some vitamin E oil. I did a teaspoon, I think it was, of the vitamin E oil because it also works as a natural preservative. Now, it doesn't mean it's forever. It just means that it's going to last longer than if you don't put it in there. Okay, traditionally, olive oil has been used to soften the skin, help reduce moisture loss, protect the skin barrier, and soothe dry or weathered skin. And the reason I really like, now a lot of people just use full strength, just vitamin E oil. The only thing about that is if you have like super dry skin, you can get by with it. But I'm just talking about regular folks like me. If I do just the vitamin E oil, it just kind of sits on my face. It doesn't really penetrate. It doesn't get into the skin. So if you use olive oil, you can put just a few drops. I'm telling you, in the batch that I made with 8 jars, and those are 4-ounce jars, I only use a teaspoon of it because if you add much more than that, it's just going to be too greasy. And most people don't want grease on their skin. Your makeup's not going to stay on. I mean, it's almost like it slides off your face if you use too much vitamin E oil. Now, let's talk about the combined qualities of bee pollen and olive oil. And again, this is going to be in my book, and it's going to come out. It's probably going to be a year because I'm doing so many other things. We're caretakers for my mother, and we're just like doing a lot of stuff. By the way, if you're under stress, if you're a caretaker, you need this salve. It's just really going to help save your skin. Because when you're under a lot of pressure, your skin really tells it off, okay? It tells on you. Okay, now combined qualities. Now, if you put together an infusion of the bee pollen and olive oil like we have right here, it's excellent for cracked hands if you just want to use the oil, okay? Because it's a combination of the oils. Cracked hands, it's great for your elbows. Also your feet. Gardener skin, we talked about that, and dry winter skin. And if you lay out in the sun, you go to the tanning bed, all those things, you really need this oil. Okay, let's talk about antioxidant support, and I'm keeping up with the time because when I talk to you, I just forget I'm on planet Earth. Okay, so bee pollen and olive oil both contain antioxidant compounds that help protect oils and may help support your skin exposed to environmental stressors. We got them all out there, right? Skin conditioning. Many herbalists like myself use bee pollen oil in salves. We use it in balms. Now, what's the difference between a salve and a balm? Okay, a salve is going to be a little creamier. A balm is going to be harder. And what hardens it is because you're using more of the bee's wax. Okay, so that makes it a little hard. And a lot of guys like it, especially if they work with their hands and they handle tools and stuff all the time. Phil loves it. And because his hands can get cracked, his fingertips, and I work with metals, I'm a metal worker. And because of working with metal, your skin, you can really tell it in the tips of your fingers. So I like it because of that. Again, for cracked hands, cracked skin. Okay. Let's see. Together, we're talking about, we talked about the dry winter skin. Okay. Now, skin conditioning. We use it in salves and balms. That's where I just told you what the difference between a salve and a balm is. And basically a lip balm, that's what it is. It just has a little bit more of that hardener in it so that it stays and it's not like melting on your skin. You can use it in creams, facial oils, soaps, because it gives a rich, conditioned feel. Now, what I mentioned to you earlier in the show, right here, you see the bottom of this is the bee pollen right down here. Now, I only filter this out as I'm using it because the more it sets here and it sets in that bee pollen, the richer it's going to be. That's why I let mine go for months before I start using it. And then I've already started another. Once I use this up, I'll have another one in line waiting on me to use because I just love the qualities of it. But don't throw this part away. Okay, now you can't re-infuse it with oil. It'll just be too weak. I don't do that. But what I can do is mix this with a little bit of, and whatever your taste is, I like to mix mine with a little bit of brown sugar, and you can use that as a conditioner for your face. So like after at least once a week, you want to do that. And what it does is it slows off the dead skin cells, but it also penetrates into the skin. So again, don't throw that away. It's gold for your skin. Okay, now let's talk about the traditional herbal use. And then I'm going to have to go. I can't believe this. Okay, in folk skincare traditions, bee pollen preparations have also been associated with skin vitality, softness, healthy appearance, and rejuvenating skincare blends like we just talked about, using that in a facial. Thank you again so much for watching. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of Donna's Edge television, radio, and podcast talk show. Again, thank you so much for sending email. I definitely love them. Donna@donnasedge.com. Donna@donnasedge.com. You take care. See you next time.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
Donna's Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities.
Because of your overwhelming support, our $14.88 MyPillow has been one of the biggest sales in MyPillow history. I couldn't think of a better way to say thank you than to extend our wholesale pricing through Christmas. Get a classic standard MyPillow for only $14.88. Upgrade to a queen size, just $18.88. King size, only $1 more. Get my body pillows for only $29.88. And ready? Multi-use MyPillows, only $9.88. It's perfect time to stock up for Christmas gifts for everyone on your list. Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to take advantage of our wholesale pricing, including my classic standard MyPillows, only $14.88. But that's not all. I'm so confident you're going to love our classic MyPillows that I'm going to extend my 60-day money-back guarantee until March 1st, 2025. Plus, orders over $75 ship absolutely free.